What's going on, y'all? Club 50 Sports. You know what it is. We are still in the National Football League, and we've got a team that has started off kind of slow. 0-2, in fact. Manny, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to come straight to you on this one. Should we hit the alarm at the fact that
Yeah,
the Ravens
yeah,
started 0-2?
yeah. We're gonna have to hit the alarm because not they play in a very tough division, Adam, in the AFC North. Um, I'm worried because you lose to a mediocre Raiders team today when their backup is Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is a career backup quarterback.
Woo.
There's no reason why you should lose to a quarterback this mediocre. Starting off the season, like Lamar Jackson did not look great today. He looked sloppy. Um, I'm worried, Adam. I'm seriously worried. I'm very worried because they do play the Cowboys next week at Dallas. Um, I'm seriously worried. I think John Harbaugh needs to take a look and see what's going to get him there. Derrick Henry has not had a big game yet for them. I know that they're saying that they didn't bring Derrick Henry to be like the bell cow. But I think in this juncture of the season, you need to start giving Derrick Henry at least 25 carries. And I will say starting off with Sunday coming up against the Cowboys. Because the receiving core is mediocre. You got Zay Flowers, Andrews, and the tight end. That's all you have, Adam. Is very average. It's not elite, it's average wide receiving core. And then Lamar Jackson can do his little rushes here and there, you know. But I think on the offense side, that this Ravens they don't convince me, Adam. Not yet. They haven't convinced me yet this season. It's looking very blurry. They could easily start 0-3 next week, and then I'll be like, oh my, I think that season might be over. It might be over. But I'm right now. I am pushing the panic button. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm pushing it right now. What do you say, Adam?
Um, I'm going to say chill, but I'm reaching. I'm not saying pull it. I'm saying
Right.
I'm reaching in that direction at this point. I'll tell you why. Um, we have not seen the best out of this Ravens team. Um, the defense is still playing okay. I think
Yeah.
that the offense are putting them in some pretty tough positions. Um, but when I look over the next 3 weeks, Manny, as you um, foreshadowed, they've got the Cowboys coming up. That's a home. That's an away game. After that, the Bills come and see them in Baltimore.
Hmm.
After that, they go and see the Bengals in Cincinnati. These next
Oh
three
my
games,
lord.
these next three games, my friend, are going to determine whether or not we hit that panic button. Because I'll tell you, it doesn't get much easier after that. After the Bengals, they go the Commanders come and see them, and yeah, that should be a spanking. There's no reason why they should lose that game, but there's no reason why they should have lost to the Raiders today either. But then after the Commanders, you've got the Buccaneers. They go and see the Buccaneers. Then they go and see the Browns. And we all know division matchups are not a walk in the park.
No,
I don't care
no.
how bad Watson is looking. You go and see the Browns, it's going to be a dogfight out there at the dog pound. And then they go to the Broncos, and again, that should be a game that they should take care of without a problem. But then the Bengals visit them, and then they have to go and visit the Steelers. And once again, these are divisional matchups, and they play in probably the toughest division or one of the toughest divisions. After that, they have to go and see the Chargers, and then after that, the Eagles come to their place. So let's just say this.
Brutal. It's brutal.
This what I'm looking at right now is a very tough schedule. The last 3 weeks of the season, they close out with the Steelers at home. Then they go and see the Texans, and then they got the Browns at home. I don't know. I don't know. They better start playing some good football very quick. But to answer the question, I'm not pulling, but I'm reaching. I'm reaching towards that panic button because this is a tough schedule coming up over the course of this season, and they do not look good right now. So I agree with you. The weapons there, nothing's gonna blow
Average,
your
Adam.
socks off.
It's an average offensive side of the ball, and I get worried. I get worried because you have to rely on a lot on Hill and Derrick Henry to run the ball. You have to rely because it's you have to stay balanced. You gotta stay balanced. Zay Flowers is not a Justin Jefferson or a CeeDee Lamb. I'm sorry. I like the kid. I like the kid, but it's not there yet. He's not a top five receiver in the NFL. You know, and the Ravens don't have that. They don't have that. They didn't sign no one in the offseason to complement Zay Flowers like ODB did last year for them. And dude, like it's gonna be with what you said with that schedule. I'll be surprised if they even get a wild card spot. Adam,
The
I'll be
degree of
very.
the degree of difficulty of that
Oh
schedule.
my lord! Like I'll be very surprised if they get a wild card spot. Because I trust more right now the Bengals than them. Like I trust the Bengals right now, and maybe like the Steelers. Well, I wouldn't say so. Even though they did start 2-0 that season.
Again, I just know that those games are always going to be slugfest because they're divisional opponents. So you
Correct.
already have the Bengals, the Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers that you have to see twice. That's 6 games. But then the outlier games, you're talking about the Bills. You already faced and lost to Kansas City. You got the Cowboys, you got the Eagles, you got the Buccaneers, all of which were playoff teams last year. Not to mention, like that.
The Buccaneers.
And let me not forget the Texans. You got the Texans at the end of the year. This is gonna be
It's
interesting.
gonna be the outlook of the Ravens is not looking bright. It's looking actually very cloudy this season. John Harbaugh better turn around that bandwagon because it could get ugly very fast.
They got to start playing. They got to start playing better football.
Yes, and we're gonna find out pretty soon coming up what's gonna happen next week in Dallas.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
see.
All right. So you heard it here. Ravens, get your act together. We'll be right back in just a second. This is Club 50 Sports. Hang on. We'll see you in the next video.